La administración de Kamala Harris no se esperaba esta sorpresa. Como pueden ver en el título, hay un informe. Oficialmente, Donald Trump visitará un McDonald's y trabajará en la cocina para freír papitas fritas. Sí, señores, Donald Trump ahora es contratado por McDonald's. El expresidente visitará un McDonald's en el estado indeciso de Pensilvania el domingo y trabajará con la olla de freír según los informes. Esto surge cuando Trump ha afirmado repetidamente que la vicepresidenta Kamala Harris nunca trabajó en un McDonald's. Y señores, es cierto, Kamala Harris no ha dado una evidencia que ella diga es verdad. Trabajo en McDonald's. Si eres nuevo en este canal, te invito a que te suscribas para que estés al tanto de este tipo de contenido que te va a gustar muchísimo y sobre las próximas elecciones del 5 de noviembre que estaremos dándole cobertura 24/7. ¿Te suscribiste? Muchas gracias. Vamos a continuar. Una fuente familiarizada con el asunto también vista previa del plan para investigador de Filadelfia. Ahora, te voy a mostrar en este momento qué es lo que va a hacer Donald Trump en la cocina, ya que es contratado por la empresa. Entonces, esto estará bastante interesante. Mira esto.
I got a question for you. Either today or tomorrow, you're going to McDonald's. You're going to be working the fryer. Are you going to wear the paper hat?
I'm going to do everything. I tell you what.
You're going to do it.
A friend of mine
He is
owns
going to do it.
McDonald's someplace. Oh, I'm going. Because she lied.
You don't think she ever worked at McDonald's?
I know she did. We checked it out. Unless somebody comes up with something. We checked it out. They said she never worked here. She even picked the store. We went to the manager. The manager's been there forever. You remember her? No, she never worked here. They know. Okay.
No,
So will you wear the paper hat?
And you know who else stopped talking about it? The press. If I said I worked at McDonald's and it turned out not to be true, this would be
biggest story
the
ever.
front page of that stupid New York Times, the worst paper. It is the worst rag. The New York Times is the worst, most. They would have me front page for months. Nobody, I can't get any. That's why I have to do it myself. That's why I'm
So
doing it.
you're going to get trained and you're going to make French fries?
I don't know how much the training will be.
Not too much salt.
It's not going to be. Oh.
Just about that much.
I love that show.
I don't know how you do it. You were at the barber shop yesterday in the Bronx. You did the Al Smith dinner last night. You probably didn't get home until 1 or 2 in the morning. And
You know what else I did?
And then you're here.
What? I got in. Okay, this was a crazy day. We did your thing. I did 5 other things. And then on top of it, I came back and I was really, really like tight because I'm the keynote speaker at the Al Smith. So what happens is I said, let's go. I want to go. Sir, you have an interview with Tyrus. He's a large guy, by the way.
Yeah.
Is he a great guy? And
He's a
he's a
great guy.
very smart guy.
He is great.
And he's been so good to me. And he said, listen, there's no election here. You're going to win this thing in election. And he's been saying that for a long
Yes,
time.
yeah.
Whenever they talk about, he's funny. And Gutfeld is great. You know,
Right.
he didn't like me originally. And then he said,
Well, I don't
gets
like
everything
Gutfeld,
done.
but you can like him.
do you not like
Yeah,
me?
we-
no, but he
No,
likes
he's great.
him. Yeah.
But he had the
They're like
highest,
brothers.
he had his
Yeah.
highest rating in the history of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're
But
proud
anyway,
of him.
But Tyrus, he has a website, and he said, would you do my show? So like 2-3 weeks, I agreed. So I came home. I'm running because I'd like to at least see my speech, you know, like before I get up before all these killers. And I'm running, and Sir Tyrus is waiting for you. Oh, and I have to put on the tuxedo. In theory, white tie, but a lot of people didn't have white tie, but they had tuxedo. And I'm running in, and you know what I did? Rather than saying, Tyrus, I can't make it, I said, let's go, Tyrus, let's do a quick one. So I knocked it out. That was a
All
busy
right.
day.
Well, I know
You're going to be
you
back
Great
on
guy.
it.
He's great.
He's a great guy.
And Mr. President, you're going to be back on the campaign. Actually, you got another event to go to. So
Yeah, he's
thank you for
very
giving
busy.
us some
So thank
time.
You know what
so
the
much.
event I have now?
No.
A very big event. I'm going to see Rupert Murdoch.
All right.
That's a big event. I don't know if
That's
he's thrilled
important.
that I say
Please,
it.
please tell
And
him
I'm
we
going to
also
tell
thank
him.
you.
I'm going to tell him something very simple
Go ahead.
because I can't talk to anybody else about. Don't put on negative commercials for 21 days. Don't put them, and don't put on their horrible people that come and lie. I'm going to say, Rupert, please do it this way.
Right.
And then we're going to have a victory because I think everyone wants to have
And
a
you're
victory.
going to Outkick
Outkick
next.
to
It's,
talk
it's
to
a
him.
great channel that we have with Tyrus.
Oh, good.
There you go.
All right, Mr. President,
Thank
thank you
you,
so
Mr.
much.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
All right, we're going to step aside. Ladies and gentlemen.
Increíble. Increíble, magnífico, impresionante, interesante. Voy a McDonald's y me quedaré junto a las papas fritas porque quiero ver cómo era realmente su trabajo. Es más, nosotros queremos ver a Donald Trump que se ponga una bata de McDonald's y atienda la caja registradora. Que él haga las papas fritas, haga las hamburguesas y despache la hamburguesa. Eso va a ser espectacular. El día de mañana, por supuesto, les estaré haciendo cobertura a eso. Donald Trump dice lo siguiente, escuchen.
Remember one other thing, and I think it's terrible. She lied about McDonald's. She
Ella mintió sobre McDonald's.
said I was a worker in McDonald's.
Ella dijo que trabajaba en McDonald's.
And I stood over the French fries. I'm going to a McDonald's
Y yo quiero ir a McDonald's
over the next 2 weeks.
en las próximas semanas.
And I'm going to stand over the French fries
Y voy a pararme al frente de la máquina de freidora.
because I want to see what her job really wasn't like because she never.
Porque me parece interesante saber cuál fue el trabajo falso que tuvo Kamala Harris.
I stood over the French fries and that was tough. It was hot outside and it was hot over. She never worked there. It was a lie. Remember one other thing, and I think it's terrible.
Sí, amigos. Donald Trump llevará su campaña al siguiente nivel este domingo, planeando trabajar en las freidoras de un McDonald's en Lower Southampton, Pensilvania. Sunday. Aquí tenemos las fotos previas, ya esto es un spoiler, de Donald Trump haciendo papas fritas. Se tendrá que poner una bata de McDonald's y va a ser empleado. Mientras tanto, ustedes han leído las noticias de Baby Lumby, que son noticias de sátiras, no son falsas, obviamente, pero dan mucha risa. El titular dice así: después de la entrevista con Fox News, Kamala llama a McDonald's para preguntar si su antiguo trabajo todavía está disponible. Inmediatamente después de salir de su entrevista con Fox News, Kamala Harris llamó a McDonald's para ver por si casualidad podría recuperar su antiguo trabajo. Sí, estoy disponible, dijo Kamala, mirando la repetición de una entrevista. La cajera de autoservicio, señora de la cebolla. Méteme el traje de payaso, solo necesito un trabajo. En el momento de la publicación, McDonald's supuestamente había rechazado a Kamala porque, en primer lugar, ella nunca trabajó allí y no podía responder ni una sola pregunta a la solicitud de la entrevista de McDonald's para saber si tenía experiencia.
I worked in McDonald's. I was a student when I was working at McDonald's. There was not a family relying on me to pay the rent, put food on the table, and keep the bills paid by the end of the month. But the reality of McDonald's is that a majority of the folks who are working there today are relying on that income to sustain a household and a family. And if we want to talk about these golden arches being a symbol of the best of America, well, the arches are falling short. And we have got to recognize that working people deserve livable wages. Working people deserve in these places to know that there will be a safe working environment, which means free from any physical harm, including sexual assault or abuse or harassment.
Amigos, entonces me gustaría saber tu opinión en la barra de los comentarios. ¿Qué piensas tú de esta información donde el día de mañana, 20 de octubre, Donald Trump estará presente en Pensilvania y, por supuesto, visitará un McDonald's para atender a todos los clientes presentes? Los mantendré al tanto y, por favor, comparte este video en las redes sociales para que las personas se puedan enterar de este tipo de contenido. Cuídense mucho y nos vemos en unas horas con un siguiente episodio. Hasta luego.